Welcome back to our channel Historic Coin Treasures, where we uncover hidden coin rare discoveries and the real stories behind historic currency. If you love history, treasure, and the possibility of life-changing finds, subscribe now and let's discover the next hidden fortune together. Top 1. The 1984 United States 1 dime. At first glance, it looks like just another ordinary coin, something you might find in your pocket or lying unnoticed in a drawer. But what if I told you that some of these very coins have shocked collectors with surprising value? And in rare cases, they have sold for amounts that most people would never expect from a simple 10-cent piece. Stay with me, because what you are about to learn might completely change the way you look at your everyday coins. This is not just about money, this is about discovery, attention to detail, and the thrill of finding something rare hidden in plain sight. The 1984 dime belongs to the Roosevelt series, a long-running design that began in 1946. It features the familiar profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the front, and a torch flanked by olive and oak branches on the reverse. Millions upon millions of these coins were produced in 1984 at different mints, including Philadelphia and Denver. Because of such high production numbers, most people assume these coins are common and hold no special value. And in most cases, that is true, but here is where things start to get interesting in the world of coin collecting. Rarity is not always about how many coins were made. It is often about how many coins were made with mistakes, unusual features, or exceptional condition. This is exactly where certain 1984 dimes begin to stand out. Let us talk about mint marks first. Coins from 1984 were struck with small letters indicating where they were produced. A dime with no mint mark comes from Philadelphia, while a D mint mark represents Denver. While both types are common, collectors pay close attention to differences in quality and striking. Now imagine a coin that was not struck perfectly. During the minting process, machines operate at high speed and sometimes errors happen. These errors can transform an ordinary coin into a rare collectible. One of the most talked about errors in coins like the 1984 dime is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank is not properly aligned when struck, resulting in part of the design missing. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin becomes. Another fascinating error is the double die effect. This occurs when the coin is struck with a die that has been improperly engraved, causing parts of the design or lettering to appear doubled. On a 1984 dime, this might be visible in the lettering or even the date. To an untrained eye, it might look like a minor flaw. But to a collector, this is a rare and exciting discovery. There are also clipped planchet errors, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a mistake in the blank cutting process. These coins have a distinctive curved cut, almost as if someone took a bite out of them. Again, the more visible and unique the clip, the higher the interest among collectors. But errors are not the only factor that can increase value. Condition plays a massive role. A coin that has never been circulated, meaning it has never been used in everyday transactions, can be worth far more than one that has been worn down over time. These coins are often graded on a scale, with the highest grades reserved for coins that look almost perfect, with sharp details and brilliant shine. Imagine holding a 1984 dime that looks like it just came out of the mint, with no scratches, no wear, and full original luster. That alone can make it desirable. Now combine that with a rare error, and you have something truly special. Collectors often spend years searching through rolls of coins, visiting markets, and studying tiny details just for the chance to find something like this. It is not just a hobby, it is a passion driven by curiosity and the possibility of discovery. Now think about this for a moment. How many times have you handled coins without paying attention to them? How many times have you overlooked something that could be valuable? The truth is, rare coins are still out there, hiding in everyday circulation, waiting for someone observant enough to notice them. The 1984 dime teaches us an important lesson. Value is not always obvious. Sometimes it is hidden in the smallest details. A slight doubling of letters, an unusual shape, or an exceptional shine can turn something ordinary into something extraordinary. This is why collectors always say, look twice before you spend. If you ever come across a 1984 dime, take a closer look. Check the date carefully. Examine the edges. Look for any unusual marks or misalignments. Use a magnifying glass if you can. You never know what you might find, and even if you do not discover a rare error, the process itself is exciting. It connects you to history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of possibility. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth far more than its face value. So next time you receive change, Do not just put it away without thinking. Take a moment. Observe. Explore. Because hidden within those small pieces of metal could be something truly valuable. Now let us talk about the real market value and auction potential of the 1984 dime in average circulated condition. A regular 1984 dime is worth about 10 cents to $1 depending on condition. In uncirculated high-grade condition, it can range from a few dollars up to around $50. Rare error coins such as off-center strikes or double die varieties can sell for $50 to several $100s, depending on the strength of the error. Top 2. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2003 one-dime coin. This is not just about money. This is about history, mystery, and the thrill of discovering something rare in the most unexpected places. Let's begin this journey together. And by the end of this video, you might never look at your coins the same way again. The story behind the 2003 dime. The 2003 dime is part of the Roosevelt dime series, a design that has been in circulation since 1946. It honors President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader remembered for guiding the United States through difficult times. Most 2003 dimes were produced in huge numbers. Millions were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Because of this, the majority of these coins are extremely common. You can still find them in circulation today. But here is where things get interesting. Even though millions exist, not all 2003 dimes are equal. Some of them carry rare features, minting mistakes, or exceptional conditions that make them highly desirable to collectors. And those are the coins we are hunting for today. Why some 2003 dimes are special. The value of a coin is not just about its age. It depends on rarity, condition, and uniqueness. For the 2003 dime, the most important factors include mint errors, die varieties, and pristine condition. While most coins are average, a small number stand out due to tiny imperfections that occurred during the minting process. These imperfections turn ordinary coins into treasures. Let's explore the types of rare features that can transform a simple 2003 dime into something truly valuable. Mint errors that create value. Mint errors are one of the biggest reasons collectors get excited. These errors happen during production, and each one tells a story. One of the most sought-after errors is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during minting, causing part of the design to be missing. The more dramatic the off-center effect, the more valuable the coin can become. Another exciting error is the double die. This occurs when the design is stamped twice slightly out of alignment, creating a visible doubling effect on the letters or numbers. If you look closely at the date or the word Liberty and notice a shadow-like doubling, you might be holding something special. Then there are clipped planchets. These coins are missing a portion of their edge due to a mistake when the metal sheet was cut. The unusual shape immediately catches the eye of collectors. And let's not forget about die cracks and cut errors. These appear as raised lines or blobs on the surface of the coin, caused by damage to the minting equipment. While they may seem like flaws, collectors see them as unique signatures. The importance of some. Even without errors, a 2003 dime can still be valuable if it is in exceptional condition. Coins are graded based on how well they have been preserved. Most coins in circulation show wear, scratches, and dull surfaces. But a coin that looks as fresh as the day it was minted is extremely rare. These high-grade coins are often referred to as uncirculated or mint state. They have sharp details, brilliant shine, and no signs of wear. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for such coins because they represent perfection. 2003 dime in average condition may only be worth its face value. But the same coin in near-perfect condition can be worth many times more. Hidden treasures in your pocket. Now here's the exciting part. Rare 2003 dimes are not locked away in museums. They could be anywhere. In your pocket, in your wallet, in a jar at home, or even in your spare change from a recent purchase. This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. Anyone can discover something valuable. All it takes is a careful eye and a little knowledge. Start by checking the date. Look closely at the details. Use a magnifying glass if you can. Pay attention to anything unusual, anything that looks different from a normal coin. Because sometimes the smallest detail can make the biggest difference. Why collectors love the 2003 dime. Collectors are not just chasing money. They are chasing stories. Every rare coin represents a moment in time, a mistake that slipped through the system, or a perfect example of craftsmanship. The 2003 dime may seem modern, but it still holds these stories. It reminds us that even in a world of mass production, uniqueness still exists. And that is what makes collecting so rewarding. Final tip so the next time you come across a 2003 one-dime coin, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. Examine it carefully. Because hidden within that small piece of metal could be something extraordinary, something rare, something valuable, something worth far more than 10 cents. And who knows, your next discovery might just be the one that collectors have been searching for all along. Top 3. Today we are diving deep into a coin that many people overlook every single day. Yet it holds secrets, surprises, and in rare cases, serious value. We are talking about the United States one-dime coin from the year 2007. Now at first glance, this coin might look completely normal. You have probably seen it hundreds of times, maybe even used it without a second thought. But what if I told you that some of these 2007 dimes could be worth far more than just 10 cents? What if a small detail, a tiny mistake, or a rare condition could turn this everyday coin into something collectors dream about? Let's begin by understanding the coin itself. The 2007 dime features the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the front. This design has been used since 1946 and continues to be one of the most recognized coin designs in the United States. On the reverse side, you will see the torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Millions and millions of these coins were produced in 2007 at different mint locations, mainly Philadelphia and Denver. Because of such high production numbers, most of these coins are very common. But here is where things get interesting. Not all coins come out perfect. And in the world of coin collecting, imperfections can sometimes mean value. One of the most exciting things collectors look for in a 2007 dime is mint errors. These errors happen during the coin-making process and can make a coin rare and highly desirable. For example, a double die error. This is when the design appears slightly duplicated due to a misalignment during the striking process. If you look closely at the lettering or numbers and notice a shadow-like doubling, you might be holding something special. Another error to watch for is an off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned when it is struck by the minting press. Part of the design may be missing, and the coin might look shifted. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin can become. Then there are clipped planchets. This is when a piece of the coin is missing due to a mistake during the cutting of the metal blanks. It creates a curved or straight missing section on the coin. These are rare and very collectible. You should also pay attention to coins with die cracks or cut errors. These appear as raised lines or blobs on the surface of the coin, caused by damage to the die used to strike the coin. While small cracks are common, larger and more noticeable ones can increase the value significantly. Now let's talk about condition. Condition plays a massive role in determining how much a coin is worth. A coin that has never been used in circulation and still has its original shine is called uncirculated. These coins are much more valuable than worn ones. Collectors often look for coins with sharp details, no scratches, and strong luster. Grading companies use a scale to determine a coin's condition, and higher grades mean higher value. A 2007 dime in perfect or near-perfect condition can be worth much more than a regular circulated one. Another interesting factor is the mint mark. You can find a small letter on the coin indicating where it was made. A D stands for Denver, and no mint mark usually means Philadelphia. While both are common, certain error coins from specific mints can be more valuable. Now imagine this. You are going through your spare change, maybe coins sitting in a jar or drawer, and you come across a 2007 dime. Instead of ignoring it, you take a closer look. You check the details, the edges, the shine, and suddenly you notice something unusual. That small moment of curiosity could lead to discovering a rare coin. Coin collecting is not just about money. It is about the thrill of discovery, the history behind each piece, and the excitement of finding something unique. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story includes a mistake that makes it one of a kind. Collectors all over the world are constantly searching for these hidden treasures. Some spend years looking for a single rare coin. Others get lucky and find one in their everyday change. That is what makes this hobby so exciting. Anyone can participate, and you never know when you might find something valuable. So next time you see a 2007 dime, do not ignore it. Take a closer look. Use a magnifying glass if you have one. Check for doubling, misalignment, unusual marks, or anything that looks different. Even the smallest detail can make a big difference. And remember, patience is key. Not every coin will be valuable. but the journey of searching is just as rewarding as the discovery itself. Stay curious, keep learning, and always be on the lookout. Now let's talk about the value. A regular circulated 2007 dime is worth about 10 cents. An uncirculated 2007 dime in excellent condition can be worth $1 to $5. A 2007 dime with minor mint errors can be worth $10 to $50 depending on the error and condition. A rare and high-grade 2007 error dime with strong visible mistakes and certified condition can reach prices of $100 to $500 and very rare. Auction cases, exceptional error coins with unique features and top grading have been known to sell for over $1,000. That is the hidden world of the 2007 one-dime coin. Simple on the outside but full of possibilities for those who take the time to look closer.